Hello everyone. In today's world, the safety of children is of utmost concern. If you are a parent, then the worst thing you could imagine is to have your child taken from you. I've just finished reading a novel named Operation Jonah. Set in the fictional African nation of Mondawa, but based on true events, Operation Jonah tells the story of a young child's kidnapping and the frantic efforts of his parents and community to get him back. It is a story of hope, faith, and a battle against overwhelming odds. The book itself took over 10 years to write. I personally found reading Operation Jonah to be a gripping and eye-opening experience. Today, we're fortunate enough to have the author of this novel, Elisabeth Miller, with us. Elisabeth, welcome.
Thank you.
Elisabeth, this novel is set in Africa, and much of it is based on your experiences there. Could you tell us a little bit about how you came to be living in Africa and what you were doing there?
I've lived in Africa for nearly 20 years, working there as a missionary, also doing work similar to that of a field correspondent, and I traveled the continent extensively.
Yes.
And while I found the Africans in general to be wonderful, warm-hearted, fascinating people,
Yes.
there has also been quite a bit of change, political change, and that resulted in insecurities and a gradual breakdown of law and order.
Yes, as you can imagine. Now, Elisabeth, this book is based on real-life events. Could you tell us a little bit about the true events that transpired and that were behind the inspiration of this novel?
Well, good friends of mine, they had a 14-month-old adopted baby, which was violently taken from their arms. Now, I was there when the community banded together in an outrage against the injustice, and they did all sorts of ventures to selflessly go after the kidnappers and try to prevent them to do what they wanted to do. And it was fascinating to watch that.
So it's really a story of a community banding together to help one family.
That's right. People from all sorts of backgrounds, different ethnic and religious backgrounds working together.
Wonderful. Now, Elisabeth, this was obviously a very heart-wrenching and devastating time for many people. Why did you feel that the book had to be written?
We all face issues on a personal level, on a societal level, and often it's the fear that makes us totally feel powerless and inactive. Here was a community that was fed up with crime, was fed up with injustice, and they worked together, putting the interest of somebody else above their own. And I feel it's a wonderful story which God honored, and it's a story that needed to be written.
Definitely. Well, Elisabeth, thank you for pouring much of your experiences into this book, and thank you for your time today. Well, there you have it. You've heard all about the book and why it was written. Operation Jonah is a fast-paced and engaging novel that is a must-read. Remember, this novel is a non-profit venture, all proceeds going towards Bible translation. I urge you all to buy and read this book because it is definitely an experience that you will not regret.